problem of the students face that how they frame the questions. When they frame the questions, then it's very easy to solve them. So I'm trying to explain you how will you frame the questions. Just observe the question along with me. Difference between two numbers. Just read slowly. Don't go in a speed. Difference between two numbers is 26. Don't read forward. Just read the two lines. Difference between two numbers is 26. That means we have two numbers. Okay. I just take the first number. Let it be x. And the second number, let it be y. Clear? Now, difference between two numbers is 26. That means if we subtract two numbers, how much we get? 26. So, if we subtract two numbers, we get 26. So, write in place of 1, that is x minus y is equal to 26. I think you understand this much of the question now. And one number is 3 times the other. Whenever there is times, you have to multiply. Clear? When in the question it is written times, you have to multiply. One number is 3 times other. You can take any one of them. So, I take first number is 3 times the second number. The digits we write in the round figure, these we taken as a number. Now, just put 1 in place, x, and this is 3, this is y. Okay, find them. Now, we have to find the solution. That means this is the first equation we frame and this is the second equation we frame. Okay. With the help of these two equations, now I am going to solve this question. Clear? So just see over here. We can use any of the method, whether elimination, whether cross multiplication, any one. Now, x is equal to 3y. Clear? That means we can put the value of x is equal to 3y in this equation. Okay? So, we write it over here. 3y minus y is equal to 26. So, this is 2y is equal to 26. Then y is equal to 26 over 2, that is 13. Clear? Now, find the value of x, which is equal to 3y. So, we multiply 3 into 13 and we get 39. Clear? So, the first number is 13 and other is 39. And when we subtract this, we can get 26. Okay? Now, I am going to explain second type of question having some different concept. Just note it down for a while. Now we have another question on our screen. The larger of the two supplementary angles. Now, supplementary angles. What are supplementary angles? Firstly, if we have a diagram like this and it is in this way, then if this angle is x and this angle is y, so when we add these two, we get 180 degree, then x and y are supplement with each other. That means when the sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degree, then it is the supplementary angle. Clear? Now come to the question. The larger of the two supplementary angles. We don't know. For example, we take x. For example, larger angle is equal to x. Clear? Larger of the two supplementary angles exceed. Exceed means greater than. Whenever there is exceed, we just add. We use the sign of addition. Clear? When there is exceed. Exceed is smaller by 18 degree. Now how will you arrange? Just see, the larger exceed is smaller. That means larger is equal to smaller. I told you exceed means plus by what? By 18 degrees. So we had 2, 8, 18. Clear? Understand? So now what we take the larger angle, that is x, and smaller is, which is left, y plus 18. Clear? So we have these two equations, and using these two equations we find our answer. Let's see how we do this. And the equation x plus y is equal to 180 degree. From where we got? It is because, as we know, that the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree. So we have equations x plus y is equal to 180, and another equation we just have x is equal to y plus 18. Clear? Now put the value of x in this equation. So we have y plus 80 plus y is equal to 180. So we have 2y is equal to 180 minus 18. Subtracted 2, that is 6, this is 1. So value of y is 162 over 2. That means 81 degree. And you can get the value of x as 81 plus 18. That means 819, 99 degree. Clear? In this way you can solve this question. Whenever it is given that the two angles are supplementary, just take x plus y is equal to 180 degree and then proceed according to the question which is given in your examination. Now another question. Now the question on the blackboard is of the topic fraction. Firstly, I take the topic of simple two numbers, then I take the topic of the angles. Now this is the topic which is based on the fractions. Clear? Now just concentrate on the question. A fraction. As you see, it is written a fraction. Fraction is in the form numerator over denominator. Clear? I want to explain you that in these types of question, in the starting, just attend it, just read it attentively. The fraction becomes 9 over 11. If 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. Clear? We have to add 2 in both the cases, in the numerator also and denominator also. And when we add 2, we got 9 over 11. So let it be numerator over denominator is x over y. So in the first condition it is given, we add 2 in the numerator and add 2 in the denominator, we get the fraction 9 over 11. Okay, this is the first equation. Now and become 5 over 6, and that fraction x over y changes to 5 over 6 when 3 is added to both numerator and denominator. Now we have to add 3 in both the numerator and denominator. So the fraction becomes 5 over 6. Now we have to solve these two equations in order to get the value of x and y. So how can we do? In case of fractions, firstly we solve the equations which we got by cross multiplication. and make it in a simplest form. Okay. Firstly, I will take the first equation, x plus 2, y plus 2 is equal to 9 over 11. When we cross multiply it, we get 11. X plus 2 is equal to 9, y plus 2. Now multiply it. 11x plus 22, 9y plus 18. Now bring the variable over here. 11x minus 9y is equal to 18 minus 22. So we have 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So this is the first equation. Now we have to solve the second one. So again we cross multiply it. So what we got, just see over here, 6 x plus 3, 5 y plus 3. We cross multiply 6 by this and 5 by this. Okay, and we also make it in a simpler form, that is 6x, that is 18, 5y plus 50. Clear? Now bring it the variable here and the digits over right hand side. So we have 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Now we got the two equations. Now these two equations can be solved either by elimination, by substitution or by cross multiplication method. Any method you want to do, you can choose, you will get the same answers. So I just choose the method of cross multiplication elimination method. Okay. So this is 9 and this is 5. So multiply it with 9 and with 5. Okay. So what we have, 9 6 are 54x minus 45y minus 27. Now here we have 5 11 55x minus 45y is equal to minus 20. Now change the signs in order to cancel this. Okay, we have plus here, so we make it minus. This is minus, we make it plus. This is minus, we make it plus. We just put the opposite signs. We have minus here, so we make plus here. It get cancelled. Here 55 is the bigger, so we have minus x, and here we have minus 7. So the value of x is 7. Okay. Now find the value of y by putting in any of the equations. So I will put the value in the topmost one. So that means I will take the value. I will put the value in this equation in order to get the value of y. 6 into 7 minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Okay. Now 42 minus 5y is equals to minus 3. So we have minus 5y is equal to minus 3 minus 42. We have minus 45. That means y is equal to, when we divide it, we get 9. Okay. Now this is not the answer. Our answer should be in form of fraction. That is x over y, because we take the x as numerator and y as denominator. So we write 7 over 9. Don't write 9 over 7. Okay. In this type, in this way we do the questions of the fractions. Now I am going to take another concept. Before moving to another concept, I am taking one more question on the fraction in order to clear more doubt. So just see on the blackboard, if we add 1 to a numerator and subtract 1 to the denominator. So again it is a fraction. So our fraction, let it be x over y, as I told you earlier. Okay. Now what is given? Add 1 to numerator. That means we add 1 to numerator. Numerator means n. And subtract 1 to denominator. So we subtract from denominator 1. and a fraction reduces to 1. Fraction reduces to 1 means fraction becomes 1. That means its value becomes 1. So when there is 1, it means 1 over 1. Clear? Now, it becomes 1 over 2. What does it mean? It becomes 1 over 2. It becomes 1 over 2 matlab the fraction, the answer of the fraction is 1 over 2. That means here we have 1 over 2. If we add 1 to the denominator, there's nothing given to add in the numerator. So we write numerator as it is, and in the denominator we add 1. Okay, I think now you can solve this. We just multiply, that is cross multiply it. So just watch on the blackboard. Now in place of numerator, I write x plus 1 over y minus 1 is equal to 1. When we cross multiply, we get x plus 1 is equal to y minus 1. So we have x minus y is equal to minus 1 minus 1. X minus y is equal to minus 2. So this is one equation. And the second equation, in place of numerator write x, in denominator y plus 1 equal to 1 by 2. Now cross multiply it. What we got? We got 2x is equals to y plus 1. Bring over here 2x minus y is equal to 1. This is our second equation. And I think you can now solve it very easily. So we have next equation, x minus y is equal to minus 2. We can solve it also by the substitution method, by cross multiplication. Any method you can use. Now in this question I am going to use the cross multiplication method, because in the earlier question I used the elimination method. Now for cross multiplication method, we write question in this way. Okay, by this question I am going to explain you how will you do the cross multiplication method. Okay, and for different types of solving linear equations, you can go to the playlist, and there I make a video in which various types of problems with different concepts I have made. You can check it from there. Just make it in this way. This is x, this is y, this is minus 1, and put all the constant values here, not here. Clear? Then take minus 1. Now in below the x, just drop it. We have minus 1, minus 1 coefficients. Clear? Now here 1 and minus 2. Clear? Now in case of y, we just drop this coefficient. So no, don't write 2 and 1 first, but firstly repeat this one. If you forget, then just use that one. So this is 1 minus 2 is written over here. So now the coefficient of x is 2 and 1. Clear? This is the main thing the children do mistakes here. Don't write 2 and 1 and 1 minus 2. It gives you the answer wrong. Just write 1 and minus 2 earlier, then write the coefficient of x. Okay. Now minus in this one, I just drop there and I write this and this. So I just repeat 2 and 1, and we have minus 1, minus 1. Okay. That means you can observe this, it must be same. This must be same. Clear? Now what we do, we just cross multiply. Okay. Firstly I do that one. So we left over with x over, this is minus 1 minus get cancelled, that is 2 minus, this is minus 1. Clear? Now for the y, we have 1 ones are 1 minus 4, 2 twos are 4. Clear? Which is equal to minus 1. We have 2 ones are 2, that is minus 2 minus 1. Clear? Now proceed. This is known as cross multiplication method or also the Cramer's rule. Now we have x over 3. Now here we have y over 5 and here we have minus 1 over minus 2 plus 1. That means minus 1 over minus 1 which get cancelled, so its value is equal to 1. So x by 3 is equal to 1 over 1. Compare both the values. Y by 5 is equal to 1 over 1. We compare this and this and this. Okay. In order to get the values of x and y. So the value of x is 3 and value of x is y is 5. But what is the fraction? Fraction is numerator over denominator, that is 3 over 5. This is our answer of the question. Now I am going to proceed another type of problem. Now there is another question in front of your screen. This problem I have taken from the age problems. So in this section, don't skip anything, and don't be so speedy. I am a little bit slow, so please try to understand the concept. Firstly, in age problems, search the two persons in which there is comparison of ages. Okay. Now as we search in the question, we find how old Noori and Sonu. That means in this question there are two persons, Noori and Sonu. Firstly, we make it clear, Noori and Sonu. For Noori we can write M, for Sonu we write S. We take x and y later. Okay. 5 years ago, when we are taking our age the day before, the years ago, our age should be less than the present age. So when there is in the question it is written ago, we have to subtract. What we have to subtract? 5 years ago. So we have to subtract here what? 5. Okay. So don't go forward. 5 years ago. That means for the earlier, the age of Noori is what? N minus 5. And age of Sonu is what? S minus 5. Just make it. Okay. Now read the question. 5 years ago, Noori was, just see, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. Noori was thrice Sonu. Just write Noori over here and Sonu over here was thrice. That means we have to multiply with 3. It is given Noori was. That means we take Noori here and Sonu here thrice. That means Noori was elder. Okay. So we have to multiply 3 times in the Sonu's age. Now just wait for a while. In place of Noori, we write N minus 5. Because it is 5 years ago. And in place of Sonu, we write S minus 5 into 3. Clear? Now, what we do? Now, go forward. 10 years later. Later means afterwards. That means we know in ago we just do the minus and in later we just do the plus. We add. Clear? Now come to the question. What is given? 10 years later. Now stop. In Noori's age we add 10 and in Sonu age we add 10. We add the same numbers. The years which is given, 10 years. Okay. Noori will be, now again Noori. That means Noori. twice as old as Sonu. Now what we have to multiply? 2 into Sonu. Clear? Now in place of Noori, write n plus 10 and 2 into s plus 10. Clear? So this is the equation we frame here, and this is the equation we frame here. Understand? If you are not able to understand, just repeat this video again from this question and listen thoroughly, and I am sure that you can get the clue which I want to explain to you. Okay? Now I am going to solve the questions which we got here. So we have, now put in place of n, that is x. For the Noori we write x, and for the Sonu we write y. So x minus 5 is equal to y minus 5 into 3. This is the first equation, and solve it. X minus 5, 3y minus 15. So bring it over here. X minus 3y is equal to minus 15 plus 5. So we have x minus 3y is equal to minus 10. So this is the first equation. Okay. Now solve for the second. Now again for the Noori, I write x, and for the Sonu I write y. Clear? Now solve it. We have x plus 10, 2y plus 20. Bring it over here. X minus 2y is equal to 20 minus 10. X minus 2y is equal to 10. Okay. So we have two equations. X minus 2y is equal to 10. Clear? Now you can solve these two equations by either of the method, and I think you can do it. Now just do it as fast as you can. X minus 2y is equal to 10. So I just don't eliminate the 10 because we are not able to find the value of x and y. Just eliminate x or y, anything. This is plus, so it is minus. It gets cancelled. So here we have minus y, here minus 20. So y is equal to 20. So who is y? Y is Sonu. Clear? Now find the value for the Noori. We write here, this is x minus 20 into 2 is equal to 10. So x minus 40 is equal to 10. So x is equal to 50. So age of the Noori, that is x is equal to 50 years. Clear? I am going to take one more problem of the regarding age, and I am damn sure that you will got the concept. Just write it down, and I am going to explain another one. Now see one more problem regarding the age. Here, firstly find the two people. Okay. Who are the two people? Jacob and son. Okay. That means there are two people, father and his son. And ultimately we know that father is bigger than the son. So let Jacob is x and the age of his son is y. Clear? Now, and we can use in our equation J for Jacob and S for son in order to differentiate so that there is no confusion. Okay. 5 years hence. What is the meaning of hence? Hence means ago. Just remember it. Ago means we have to do the minus. Clear? And there's one more thing. 5 years. Sorry, I have written the wrong one. Hence means later. That means plus. And 5 years ago. Ago, as we know, it is minus. Clear? Now come to the question. 5 years hence. That means in the age of Jacob and his son, we add 5 years. Okay? Understand? Now 5 years hence, age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. That is, Jacob is 3 times of his son. Clear? First step is to add the years, then make the equation. Clear? So in place of Jacob, we write j plus 5 is equal to 3 into s plus 5. Or we can write in place of Jacob x plus 5 is equal to 3 y plus 5. Now solve it. We have x plus 5, 3y plus 15. So we have x minus 3y is equals to 10. Clear? Now go forward. 5 years ago. Now for 5 years ago, what we do? We just subtract the age. That means Jacob minus 5 and age of son is s minus 5. Jacob was 7 times that of his son. That means Jacob is 7 times son of his A. That means j minus 5, 7 times s minus 5. Okay. Now do the same process. Put x and y. That means x minus 5, 7, y minus 5. Clear? So x minus 5, 7y minus 35. Bring it over here. X minus 7y minus 35 plus 5. So we have x minus 7y is equal to minus 30. Now we can solve these two equations easily and got the ages of Jacob and son. So just remember, the meaning of hence means later. Clear? Now we have to solve the equations. X minus 3y is equal to 10. X minus 7y is equal to minus 30. So again we see that the coefficient of x are same. So we just change only the sign. Minus. This is minus, so become plus. This is minus, so become plus. This cancel. We have 4y is equal to 40. So y is equal to 10. Okay. Now put the value of y in any of the equation. X minus 3y is equal to 10. X minus 10 3s are 30 is equal to 10. X is equal to 10 plus 30. That means x is equal to 40. So who is x? X is the Jacob. The age of Jacob is 40 years and age of his son is 10 years. Clear? So in this way we just try to solve the problems related to age, and I am damn sure that you can solve it. Now I am going to take the problems regarding 2-digit number. Okay. So please be attentive in these questions. What is 2-digit number? That means 11, 25, 93. So these are the 2-digit numbers. So just try to understand the concept. How can we put in the variable? For example, we have 32. We can write in this way: 3 into 10 plus 2. Okay, because 32 can be written as 30 plus 2. Okay, so it can be written as 30 into 2 and this is 2. Clear? So this is the 1 digit and this is the 2nd digit. So the format of 2-digit number, that is the format by which we express the 2-digit number, is this is what? 10, and I will take it x and I will take it y. So the format becomes 10x plus y. Clear? So in these types of questions, we assume the variable, the number in the format 10x plus y. The first thing which I want to explain you. Now just come to the question. How we solve these types of questions. Now as we see the 2-digit number in our question, just assume let 2-digit number is 10x plus y. Now stop. You write x and y. That is the number at the tens place is x and the unit place is y. Just remember, this is not that type of question, but in some questions the format is also used the digit place and the unit place. So x is in the digit place, tens place, and y is in the unit place. Must remember this. Okay. Now just come to the question. Sum of digits of 2-digit number. What are digits here? X and y. Clear? Sum of digits is 9. That means if we add x and y only, we get 9. So this is the first equation as it is given in the question. Now 9 times, that we have to multiply with 9. This number, 9 times this number. So what is the number? This is the number. So we have to multiply 9 times with number. Clear? Is, that means equal to. Twice, that means 2. The number obtained by reversing the digit. That means if we have 39, the reversing digit is 93. Clear? So when there is a word reversing, so then reverse digit is what? Reverse digit is what? I want to explain you. What do you mean by reverse digit? Our digit number is 10x plus y. Clear? Real number, original number. Clear? When we reverse it, the number becomes, y comes here and x comes here. Clear? So must remember this. So 9 times the number is equal to 2 times the reverse numbers. Clear? It is given in the question. Now place in place of original number 10x plus y and 2 reverse number 10y plus x. So these are the two equations which I framed, and now we have to solve them, and then easily we got the answer. This is 90x, 9y, 20y plus 2x. Clear? Just bring it over here. We have 90x minus 2x, 20y minus 9y. So what we have, 10 is 88x is equals to 11y. So it becomes 8x is equal to y. So we just use the substitution method. Okay, and where we put that digit in the first equation. Clear? So in place of y we write 8x is equal to 9. So we have 9x is equal to 9, x is equal to 1. So the value of y is 8x, that is 8 into 1, that is 8. So now this is not the answer. For writing the answer, value of x 1, value of y 8. Now see how will we write the answer. We have the digit 10x plus y. Clear? So put the value of x over here 10 into 1 plus 8. So we have 10 plus 8, that is 18. So the two-digit number is 80. Clear? Now one more concept I want to explain you. The board problems. We have in linear equations the board problems. The question we have, Ritu can row downstream 20 km in 2 hours and upstream 4 km in 2 hours. Find her speed in still water and the speed of the current. Firstly, I want to explain what is all these things. There are new terms like downstream, upstream, still water, current. What does all these mean? In boat problems, whenever we row, there is river and a boatman who rows the boat. They have different speed, but speed of river and speed of boatman, this must be less than the speed of boatman, because if speed of rowing is not greater than the speed of river, then it is not possible to row in the water. Clear? First thing. So I just take speed of boatman as x and speed of river as y. Clear? Now second thing. In the downstream, what is downstream? Downstream means that a man rows boat in the direction of water. That means in the direction in which water is flowing, the man is also rowing his boat. So in that case, both the speeds can add it. So in downstream case, net speed is x plus y kilometer per hour. Net speed is x plus y. Clear? But in case of upstream, this is the speed of boat, this is the speed of river. Clear? In upstream, if the boat is going here, the river water is flowing in this direction. That means this is the river water and this is the boat. Clear? So both are in opposite directions, so their speed must be subtracted. But remember, always subtract the speed of boatman with the river, not with the river with boatman. So in upstream, net speed is speed of boatman minus speed of river. That is, what is the speed of river? That is speed in still water. This is the speed of still water. Clear? Now the formula which we used in these type of question is equal to speed is equal to distance upon time. These things should be clear in your mind before solving these types of questions. Now I am reaching to the question. After that, when we know all these things, then only we are able to solve these type of problems easily. Now, Ritu can row downstream. Firstly, solve to tabular form, downstream and upstream. After that, so in speed in downstream we add, and in upstream speed we subtract. Okay, let speed of boat, but that means speed of Ritu, that is, it is the boatman and it is the current, you can say, that is river and current are the same. That is, the current means the speed of the river in which it is flowing. It takes 20 km, it rode 20 km in 2 hours. In downstream, distance covered is 20 kilometer and time taken is 2 hours. Clear? Just make a chart. Now in upstream, distance covered is 4 kilometer and time taken is 2 hours. Clear? Now just use the formula speed is equal to distance over time. So speed is x plus y, distance is 20 and time is 2. Clear? Here we speed x minus y, distance is 4, time is 2. So when we solve, it becomes 10. So we have equation x plus y is equal to 10 and here the equation x minus y is equal to 2. In this way, we just make a chart of the question and after that we can solve. So this type of problem is just little bit complicated. When you do the practice, I think you can still solve. So we have the equations x plus y is equals to 10, x minus y is equals to 2. Just cut it down. We have 2x is equal to 12. So x is equal to 6. Now just do for the y. X plus y is equal to 10. 6 plus y is equal to 10. So value of y is 10 minus 6, that is 4. Kilometer per hour. It is also kilometer per hour. So its speed in the still water is 6 km per hour and speed of the current is 4 km per hour. So this is the basic concept which we should know before solving the problems of boats. Now this word problem is related with the area of the rectangle. Firstly, we should know the formula. So area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Okay. Now area of rectangle get reduced by 9. That means area is reduced by 9. If length is reduced by 5, reduce means minus. Length is reduced by 5. That is length minus 5. And breadth increase by 3. So breadth increase by 3. This is the first equation. Now if length increases by 3, that is length increases by 3 and breadth by 2 units, and we also increase breadth by 2 units, the area increases by 67. Now area increases by 67. Find the length and the breadth, and we have to find out what is the length of the rectangle and what is the breadth of the rectangle. So if we just put the values, length as x and breadth as y, so we have a minus 9 is equal to x minus 5 and y plus 3. Here we have a plus 67, x plus 3 and y plus 2. Now one thing I want to clear that area is equal to x into y. So just solve the first equation. A minus 9 is equal to x minus 5 and y plus 3. Clear? So in place of a we write x into y minus 9. Now multiply it, we have x into y minus 5y plus 3x minus 50. It get cancelled. Okay. So we have minus 9 minus 5y plus 3x minus 50. So bring it over here. That means it has 6 minus 5y plus 3x. So this is the first equation. And the same way we have to solve the second one. Okay, let's do it. So xy plus 67, x plus 3 and y plus 2. Now multiply it. We have xy plus 67, xy plus 3y plus 2x plus 6. It gets cancelled. We have 67, 2x plus 3y plus 6. So it gets here. So we have 61, 2x plus 3y. Now we have to solve these two equations in order to get the value of x and y. And I think you can do it. 2x plus 3y is equal to 61. 3x minus 5y is equal to 6. Okay. Do it by either cross multiplication or elimination as you want. Okay. So just apply the elimination. 5 into 3, 10x plus 15y, 5 ones are 5, 5 6 are 30, 3 3s are 9x minus 15y, 18. It gets cancelled. We have 19x, 3 2 3. Okay, so we divide it by 19. So we divide it 323, 19, 19. That is 70. The value of x is 70. Now find the value for y. You can find the value of y also. We have 3x minus 5y is equal to 6. 3 into 17 minus 5y is equal to 6. 51 minus 5y is equal to 6. Minus 5y is equal to 6 minus 51. That is minus 45. So y is equal to minus 45 over minus 5. That is 9. So the dimensions of rectangle are 17 and 9 units. So in this way we can solve the different types of problems regarding linear equations. And if you do the questions following these steps, I am damn sure that you can solve each and every question. If you like my contents, if you like my way of teaching, just please subscribe it and share with your friends also, so that my motive of sharing knowledge must be fulfilled. Thank you. Bye.